Hello you guys, my name is Marco. Right now the lighting, it's okay, it's decent. I am sort of working on something like that. But on this video, what I'm going to be talking about, what I'm going to show you guys is how to make a cyberpunk sort of like decoration wall piece concept thing. And you probably are thinking, I don't look like, I could be in the cyberpunk world or whatever. I look like very indie, stuff like that. Also, I still got my long hair just all wrapped around this thing. Like, I put my hair into a bun, put it on top of here, and then I put this hat on. It kind of gives it a little bit of volume for this. Gives it like a little bit more sustainable, I guess. I don't know. So there's that. But I look really weird, but nonetheless, why would you ever want to make like a cyberpunk-ish or a concept sort of like a wall thing? It's because sometimes if you're recording a video, or if you really want to get inspired by something or anything like that, having like a wall or something like that will literally like having like a wall that kind of feels like you're somewhere else, like a different sort of a concept ideal thing. So there's that. So the first thing I got here, first of all, this wall right here. Now this wall I painted a light gray. Now the reason why I painted light gray is because of the idea that when you, like, here's the thing, when it comes to a wall, I will always recommend painting like a light grayish color instead of white, just because when you put something that is white, it's gonna contrast that, and it looks really like adds a little bit of like character to it. So there's that. So it will look like, oh wow. Or you can also do it the other way around, but it's better when you do it, because when people look at this wall, it's like, oh, it looks white. But when you put something white, but then when they see like the shelves that I have here that are actually white, they see the difference. So the first things first, get this type of wall. Now the reason why I use this wall is because if you do use a darker color or something like that, the light will not reflect it as much. And since cyberpunk, it's all about that big lighting thing. So there's that. You could use like a really dark-ish maroon color, navy, not maroon, navy, and that could also work really well, But for me, I'm gonna use this. Now also, I got this. These are the things to put shelves in. I installed these. These are black. These are from IKEA. The black ones and the ones that are the wood ones, they cost the same, so it really doesn't matter which one you get. You can paint them any color that you want, but to me, I went with black because I feel like black and white kind of adds the little thing to it. So there's that. So I got these two. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the white shelf on top, and yeah. Okay, so I ended up putting this what's it called? This white shelf on top and stuff like that. Of course, you guys are seeing that there's a bunch of holes because I had this shelf somewhere else, and I ended up like bringing it down and stuff like that because they're like the placement of it, and I don't know. It's just, that's the way it is. You guys see? So there's the white shelf, and there's that. So now what we're gonna do is, first of all, I want to put something here, like a form, because cyberpunk tends to be a little bit about fashion. So I want to put a box of shoes that I have and some shoes on top of it to give it that. Okay, so I just put on these Adidas. The box, it's blue. These are the shoes that I'm gonna put on top, which look like these. You could get any color that you want, but I will stick with white and something that kind of looks like this. I think Adidas does really capitalize a little bit of that like sci-fi or maybe cyberpunk elements a little bit because of the way they structure the shoes at. And this is what I have. I know this shoe's kind of dirty. I do want to clean it up, but for now I haven't worn them though because I need to clean them. So I'm gonna put them right here. I don't know, I'm guessing I'm gonna put them on this side like that just because it can show more of the back, just because it looks cool. I don't know, like I could put them like this, but I feel like nobody puts their shoes like that, or some people do it, displaying. I don't know, but to me shoes are one of those things that are part of fashion and also a work of art or something like that, because they look nice the way they make them. So I like to display them in a way that I can see them. So I have this close to right there. But by the way, I have like this door open to give me natural light because The light right here is yellow, and I don't like that, and it just looks horrible. So there's that. So I have this. So now what I need is I need a poster or something like that that will capitalize the idea of cyberpunk. You can get any poster as long as it looks very cyberpunkish, futuristic, because sometimes when you're building something, it may look like this, but you need that one item that will basically capitalize everything. Like, this is what it's supposed, like this is representing what it's supposed to be, and this is what we got. You know, kind of blend in. So what I have here is I got this poster. It's a Ghost in the Shell. It is Scarlett Johansson. I really did like that movie because the visuals and stuff like that. I know some people will say two things. One, this movie wasn't that great. Two, Ghost in the Shell is not cyberpunk, but they did get inspired by cyberpunk, so there's that. Soon I would like to buy more and kind of like put them another stuff like that, but you don't have to get Ghost in the Shell. You can get anime one if you want to, or you can just get Blade Runner, which is old cyberpunk, or you can just get anything as long as it has futuristic elements on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this, and I'm gonna put it up there, like on top of the shoes, so it can be on top of it. So I got the poster, got the shoes, got the white shelves. I know there's like, you know, this is Princess Zelda, and you know this amiibo, just Link amiibo. I know that's not part of it, but I'm not working on the bottom area, I'm working on the top area, okay? So there's that. So now what we need to do is that now, on the other side, what I want to do is I want to add a neon lights. Neon sign, whatever, because that's something that basically cyberpunk has. That's one of the things. So what I did is that I made this. This right here is a W, and basically what these things are one of those light strands that you can buy, I believe, on Amazon, eBay, all those places. And the one that I would recommend is getting the one that comes out with the USB. That's the endpoint, because if you have one that has a USB, you can get something like this, like the connection thing, and you can put it in there, and then you can actually connect it to an outlet, and it will light up, and it will stay light up like a lamp or something like that. So the way I did this, that I got those strands, and I got myself a poster board. Now mine looks very, very rough because I was trying to figure out different methods on how I was going to do it, so that's what happened. So what I did is that I got myself a poster board. Then after that, I ended up tracing the logo that I wanted to do, which mine wasn't at W. And then after that, what I did, once I got tracing of this, I cut down a hole so the one of the lights can go in, which was like right here. So I got it in, and then I ended up using a glue gun and ended up gluing all of it, kind of following the sketch that I did, and that's about it. And then I cut it out to make it look like this. But mine looks really horrible and rough, but it works, and we'll make another one. But for right now, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it onto this side. And hopefully I'll put a pin, like this, so it could be, since it is cardboard. But for you, I would recommend doing something else. Just like the way that you will frame anything, that's the way I would. But to me, I just don't have anything like that, so I'm just gonna put this on top of there. Okay, so now I put it on, and that's how it looks like. Now, when it comes to buying these sort of like lights that look like this, that turn on like this, I would not recommend getting the purple one, and this is the one that I got, just because it's not that bright. I would recommend getting the pink one, or the blue one, or maybe red, or anything like that. I would recommend getting the pink or the blue, because those tend to be the most brightest one, but you can get any color one. But this one, if you do want to get this color, it's fine, you can get it, but it's not going to be that bright. So there's that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna plug this one in so it can turn on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some lights, because we need some more lights, because that's what the idea of cyberpunk is. They have a whole bunch of lights. Now, in order to do all that stuff, I need to wait until it gets dark, just so you can see it a lot better. Okay, so it's already late and stuff like that. Also, I changed hats. So this is how it looks like turned on when there's light. I actually like have to get a separate light just because of how the light is. I am going to turn off the monitor of my monitor. I'm going to turn it off. and I'm gonna turn off this light so you can actually see how it actually looks like. So that's how it looks like. It is bright enough that you can see it, but it feels like, I don't know if you guys can see that. See that right there? It looks good, you know, but like I said, I would recommend a brighter color. If you get something like a pinkish or whatever color, which I did make this guitar, which I changed out the strings, and it looks like this. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, but still, it looks kind of cool. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, since I already have that light on, now here's the thing: you can actually buy a real life Neolights, and then Neolight sign, or you can buy one of those cheap ones that cost like around 20 bucks, which I want to buy one. But the problem is that I cannot find one that it actually looks pretty cool. It usually is either a star, a moon, a unicorn, a rainbow, and I'm like, I want something that says something cool or has something really cool. And the ones that I found that has just one letter, I don't like the color of it. So there's that. So that's what I have for now. You know, stuff like that. I will get something better. So we have the shoes, we got the poster, and we got that. Now we need is lighting. Now for lighting, I'm going to be using this. The light that I'm going to be using is this right here. If you guys know what this thing is, it's something that I just made. It's actually a PVC pipe. As you guys can see, this says PVC pipe. And on this side, there is actually an RGB light strip that I actually glued with the glue gun all the way right here. And kind of made it all the way like that. And I put some black electric wire tape. And yeah, and that's what I use, so I can hook it up and it lights up and stuff like that. So yeah, so what I did do is that I did put two nails on top, which that's what I put. You can put anything, just as long as it holds this, and I don't know. So there's that. So I am gonna put this. Now this one does not come like the output of this is actually a standard like outlet. It doesn't come with like a what's it called? A USB thing like this one right here, because this one's actually more powerful. So there's that, and the cables is gonna be like white, but if you want, you can always like paint it white or paint it the same color as your thing, which is great. So there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on top. Okay, so right now the lights are actually changing colors and stuff like that. So here's the remote. I'm gonna be switching up to blue. Yeah, so there's that. And now I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like with the lights off and stuff like that. So right now this is the color that we're sort of getting. I still have my my monitor turned off because I have like black, the dark mode and whatever, which as you guys can see, you're not gonna be able to see me. So now what we need is to have another color. We got blue. Now we need sort of like this purple mixed pinkish color, and for that I'm gonna be using this light bulb. Light bulb right here. This is an RGB light bulb, which comes with this it doesn't come with it, but I bought it separately. There's a stand, and then also this, which is to mount it to give you guys some light. It's because I bought this lighting setup. Came with this with a different bulb, but then I took it off, put this. I don't know. This is how the control looks like, just like those standard controllers. Now on this one, what I want to use is I want to go with sort of like that little pinkish purple one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick that color. Now also you need to be aware when you're changing the colors on this one, it will sometimes it will also detect this one, and it will change the color on the top one. So you just gotta be careful. Make sure you put this signal, this infrared signal, make sure it's hitting that. Other than that, it's great. So now I'm going to turn off the lights so you guys can see how that looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. As you're seeing it in the camera, it looks very much like a kind of like a purplish pinkish color. But when you see it like right here, like live, it actually looks pretty cool. It's just that the way that the camera is picking up the color and stuff like that is kind of different between like real life. Kind of like that. Not too much light. See that? Kind of gets the two tones. Yeah, so that's how that looks like. It looks pretty cool. So then on this side right here, it looks pretty empty. So one of the things that I did is I made this gun, which is a Mercy gun. I made it on my there's a video on my channel how I made it. I haven't really finished it. It does have battery stuff like that, which it can only charge a phone, but that's about it. Kind of like that. Not too much light. See that? Kind of gets the two tones. Yeah, so that's how that looks like. It looks pretty cool. So then on this side right here, it looks pretty empty. So one of the things that I did is I made this gun, which is a Mercy gun. I made it on my there's a video on my channel how I made it. I haven't really finished it. It does have battery stuff like that, which it can only charge a phone, but that's about it. You know, it doesn't really. So I'm gonna grab this, put it right about here. You can also add other stuff in there. I'm gonna be adding a plant, which hopefully that will look good. Added a plant, and then I added the gun. You can basically put anything in here. You can even buy a Nerf gun, paint it one solid color, or do something like that, which I've done. And then you can put it right here to make it look like a Nerf gun. Some of them are kind of cheap, so you can do that. Also, what you can do is you can buy a styrofoam head, buy a mask, put it on a styrofoam, make it look like it's a robot or android or something like that that you have right here that you need to work on, and it looks very sci-fi futuristic, you know. Like for instance, you had a robot and a robot malfunction, and then you have it there because you're working on it or something like that, or have like something really cool, like something like in display, like a robotic arm. Or you can also have, you can DIY, because there's a bit online I believe where they DIY the arm of Terminator 2, you know, the film. It looks pretty cool, and that could be really cool to have there, stuff like that. I feel like this neon sign, as you guys can see, it is sort of lighting up, but in real life it kind of looks kind of white. So it's kind of like contrast that. Maybe I should lower down the brightness on this one.